to 6 and 6, where we cover 6 stories from around the world in 6 minutes or less. With that said, start your timer. We begin today in Mexico, where Pemex, the state oil company, recently awarded 5 contracts to increase oil production and maintain its global market position. The initiative structured and is meant to attract major international oil players, highlighting potential concerns about project terms and feasibility. These contracts are critical for Pemex's efforts to revitalize operations amid financial challenges and declining production levels. From Reuters, quote, despite the strategic importance of the contracts to Pemex and its ambitions to revitalize its operations, the bidding process faced challenges, primarily drawing significant interest from larger, established international oil companies. Industry insiders suggest that the competitive terms and financial incentives offered may not align with the risk profiles or strategic goals of major players, end quote. Next, we travel across the Atlantic to the Congo, where M3 rebel groups, supported by Rwanda, have announced plans to withdraw from a strategically significant town in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, following diplomatic pressure from the United States and a regional African nation's ultimatum. This withdrawal represents a potential step towards reducing regional tensions, though it does not guarantee a complete end to hostilities. From Reuters, quote, this decision to withdraw has been hard fought, states the group's spokesperson, emphasizing the complexity of the situation. While this withdrawal is a positive sign, the volatility of the region is such that each step must be carefully monitored, added a anonymous UN official, end quote. Next, we travel back across the Atlantic to Canada, where it is strategically establishing new consulates in Greenland and Alaska, and they want to do it by the end of 2026 and to enhance its Arctic presence. The initiative aims to strengthen diplomatic ties, engage with local communities, and reinforce Canada's influence in an increasingly significant geopolitical region. The move comes in response to growing interest from other powers like Russia and China, including Canada's commitment to sustainable development and regional security. From Reuters, quote, as the Arctic becomes more accessible due to melting ice, it is also becoming a hub of geopolitical competition. Establishing consulates in Greenland and Alaska will not only facilitate better coordination on security issues, but also improve collaboration in economic development, scientific research, and environmental protection, end quote. Next, across the Pacific, we go to China, where Jimmy Lai, a prominent pro-democracy advocate and founder of Apple Daily newspaper, has been a key figure in Hong Kong's struggle for press freedom. He was arrested in December 2023 under national security law violations, and he faces multiple legal challenges and imprisonment for his vocal criticism of the Chinese government. His ongoing legal battle, with the trial scheduled for the end of 2025, symbolizes the broader erosion of press freedoms. From Reuters, quote, Jimmy Lai stands as a defining symbol in the battle for press freedom in Hong Kong, a beacon of hope for many in the journalistic community. His imprisonment has drawn international attention and sparked widespread concerns about the diminishing space for dissidents in the region, end quote. Next, we travel to New Zealand, where New Zealand faces significant economic challenges heading into the 2026 budget season, with persistent high inflation rates and increased living costs. The government must navigate complex fiscal pressures, including infrastructure repair from recent natural disasters and slowing economic growth. From Reuters, quote, we are at a crossroads where financial prudence must meet strategic investment. Inflation has been a persistent thorn in our side, impacting both international and domestic elements. While we aim to curb this, equally important is ensuring that our economic machinery does not stall, said the New Zealand finance minister, end quote. And finally, we go to Europe, where the European Union is urgently negotiating a trade deal with the Mercosur bloc, which is Brazil, Argentina, Paraguay, and Uruguay, which has been delayed for years. This agreement represents a significant economic opportunity to counterbalance Chinese influence in Latin America and improve market access for EU companies. From Reuters, quote, there's a growing urgency within the European Union to seal trade agreements with the Mercosur bloc. We recognize that reaching a consensus won't be easy due to the environmental stipulations we've enforced, but the benefits of improved market access for EU companies and a stronger foothold in a strategic region are too significant to overlook, end quote. And of course, if you want to read any of today's articles in their entirety, you can find them down in the link in the description below that like and subscribe button. Also down there, you can find the podcast on Spotify, Pocket Cast, Podvine, as well as the Twitter handle @YourDailyFlip, where I post the links to these episodes on Tuesday and Thursday, and the normal podcast on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So, with all that said, there's only one more thing to say. Stay safe, don't die.